Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Larry the Batman fan, and I figured today we would show my CDs that I have, my CD collection. I used to have over 300 or 400 CDs in my collection, but I don't have those anymore. A lot of them, they either got too scratched up and I had to throw them away, um, or they were just CDs that I didn't want to keep because of the explicit lyrics. Because I started off fresh and said I would no longer buy music with a lot of cursing or violent lyrics in it because it made me more rebellious and more aggressive. And so I didn't want to buy anything that I felt was like that anymore. So I stopped buying that stuff. I still do listen to some secular music, but I'm a bit more mindful of what sort of secular music I'm listening to. So, just throwing that out there. Just had to get that out of the way. Moving forward, after this and one or two other videos, you're going to see better quality with my sound, so that way you can hear me better when I'm speaking to all of you. So just keep that in mind. I didn't buy the microphone yet. I'm going to be going on vacation soon, and I have to have the money for the vacation. That's the most important thing. So I don't have the money to buy video games right now or buy a microphone. So you'll just have to deal with this video the way it is. Alright, now with that being said, I'm going to show you guys what I have in this case. This is the only case I have with CDs. All the other cases I have DVDs in it, or I got one case that's got a lot of PS2 and PS1 games and a couple of PS4 games in there. Excuse me. And I don't have those. What was I gonna say? I have that, and I have the DVDs. But as far as the CDs go, this is my only CD case with CDs in it. And I filled it up. I still buy CDs from time to time, though. But you know, with YouTube and Spotify out there now, it kind of makes it kind of pointless to buy CDs now. Being that there's so many websites out there where you can just turn on music and listen to it that way. But every now and then it's nice to buy a new CD, you know, because it's cheap and you can take it on the go if you have a CD player like I do, you know. I still have my CD player here. It's not my original CD player. I've had a Sony CD player. That was like the first one I had back in like 5th grade. And then that one dropped on the ground one day and broke. The top of it broke off. And I got another one, and I was a stupid, dumb teenager who bought another Sony product. Their CD players sucked. They always rattled all the time, made that loud noise, and I really didn't like those too much. But I was a stupid little kid, and I bought more of that. So after the second one, I was like, I'm done. I'm not buying Sony anymore, and I switched to a Philips. And then there was one or two others that I had in the past. And I've also been through my share of headphones too, probably about 5 to 10 different headphones. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you guys what I have. I have Neo, Year of the Gentleman, a secular CD, but you know, it's a pretty good one. It's clean enough. There's not a lot of profanity in that. Love songs by Neo. This one's a rap CD, but it also has some country and rock on it. It's a mixed CD I burned from FYE. It's old. That's why it's kind of faded a little bit, the label. But it's got songs by Mobb Deep, Kendrick Lamar, Designer, does it say? Yeah, Designer. I like that song, Timmy Turner. Not a big fan of mumble rap, but that song's okay. Iggy Azalea, Mo Bounce. It's got some Puddle of Mud and Striper on here, and Lady Antebellum, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg, and George Strait on the CD. It's like 17 or 18 tracks. When I was getting those mix and burn CDs, I was paying almost $30. So I always get CDs with up to like 18 tracks on them. Pardon me. So I have another rap CD here. It's a mix and burn CD from FYE. I know it sounds like a hypocrite because I forget when I got the CD. It was years ago. I was in the mood for a rap CD, but most of the songs on the CD are clean. That's why it doesn't have the parental advisory sticker on the front of the CD, because most of the songs on here were the edited versions. Songs by DMX, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Lloyd Banks, Lil Flip, Ludacris, Wu-Tang Clan, D4L, the Fugees, and so on. You can see it right there. I'm not going to name all the artists. It would just take too much time. Here's another rap CD. This one's got Mobb Deep, Cannabis, House of Pain, Ludacris, Eminem, Immortal Technique. Looks like there's a Little Dicky song in there. I like that song, Professional Rapper, that featured Snoop Dogg in it. So that's that. I'm not really a fan of mumble rap, to be honest with y'all. I think mumble rap is crap. It came out when, like, 2009, 2010, somewhere around that time. Yeah, that's like the year that I got out of high school. You know, I wasn't into that at all. Mumble rap is just garbage, man. Terrible. I like rap that makes sense. Rap that you could actually bob your head to and understand the lyrics and, understand what they're saying, and the beat is nice and everything. But don't get me wrong, with mumble rap, there's still some pretty nice beats. It's just the lyrics that suck. How can anybody could defend that boogada boogada, oogada boogada, boogada boogada, Migos bullshit crap, and that 2 Chainz and Little Pump bull crap? I never understood that. It's garbage. So I don't buy it. I have Maniac Drive, Reason for Motion. This is like a Christian rock band. I've listened to some of this. It's not a bad Christian rock band. Honestly, I don't think very many people talk about Manic Drive. Did I say Maniac? I'm used to saying Maniac Drive. Manic Drive, so not bad. They're like a rock, alternative rock. They're not metal. They're not Christian metal, so. Next up, I have AC/DC Back in Black. This is a good rock band from the 70s and 80s and 90s. I know that they started somewhere in the mid-70s, early 80s, around that time. Back in Black is a solid album. Every single song on the track is just awesome. Really good CD. I had the official CD of it, but I don't have it anymore. Yeah, I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. I just have the copy of it. I don't know what happened to the original copy there. I might have thrown it away or it got too scratched up. Alright, so this one's got some rap on it, but it also has like some country and a little bit of rock. It's got Bone Thugs and Harmony, Kendrick Lamar. It's got some Nas on here. Notorious B.I.G. Got a little bit of Taylor Swift on here, and George Strait, Red Theory, and House of Pain. Those are some of the artist on here. It has a parental advisory sticker on it because I think there were 2 or 3 songs that I couldn't find a clean version of, so I just accepted the explicit version. No, I don't really like the profanity. And in this CD, I had the official CD of it, but as I remember, it got a crack in it, and I made a copy of it before it stopped working all together. I have POD Snuff the Punk. This, I think, was one of the first albums that they did. This was in like the mid 90s, and it's a Christian rock band. They also do combine their sound with rap and rock. They're like rap rock and alternative rock. They're a Christian band, and they were like the first official like rap rock, alternative rock band to do that, to combine their sound with rap and be Christian. Because Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and Rage Against the Machine and Anthrax were not Christian, but this one was. This band was, and they're still going strong to this day, and they're very good musicians. POD is awesome. Alright, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because I don't want this to be too long of a video. I'll just show you the CD. This one's a Christian, well, some of it's Christian on here. I got some like Christian rock songs in here, like Demon Hunter, Coming the Archetype, Impending Doom, Sleeping Giants, Oh Sleeper, Gwen Stacy, and Under Oath. And that, I believe, was at the time Under Oath was Christian. As I Lay Dying is on here, and at the time they were Christian. They're not Christian anymore, them are Under Oath. And then there's some secular songs like 21 Pilots' Ride, and Meek Mills and Swollen Members. Right there. A Plea for Purging is also on this CD as well. I got a song by them, Retribution. They're Christian heavy metal. This one's got some rock and rap on it. Another mixed CD. FYE, the FYE where I am, forget about it. They don't have the mix and burn machines there anymore. You got to do it online now. It's crazy. Ever since COVID came in, they screwed that up, and now they have no kiosk, however you pronounce it, there for you to burn CDs. I missed that thing. They took it away. Now it's all online. Crazy. I miss it. See, this is another mix CD. This is rap too. There's some rock on here though. Got songs by Vanilla Ice. What's the Difference? Dr. Dre. That also featured Eminem and Exhibit in the song. Busta Rhymes, Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, Iggy Azalea, Rage Against the Machine, Papa Roach, 50 Cent, and the Scorpions, and Demon Hunter, and Yellow Wolf are all on this CD here. And parental advisory. I think the Yellow Wolf song was explicit. It wasn't the clean version because Eminem swears 5 or 6 times in his part of the song. There might have been one other explicit song on there. Oh, this is T-Bone. This was actually given to me years ago by a pastor named Pastor Paulie with a church. He gave me some Christian music. I heard he died recently, which is really sad. He did a lot of great things for me, giving me free CDs and stuff, good Christian CDs. I have all of them that he gave me except for one. The Gospel Gangsters CD got destroyed. I had to get another copy of it later on. I think I did because I can see clearly now. But this is T-Bone. This is Christian rap. This is good. I like this good CD. I've heard some of his other CDs. Like I have Bonafide, and I've heard Last Street Preacher, and The Hoodlum's Testimony. I've heard that one. And there's another one. something playing funky music or something. I forget what the name of that album is. I'll leave that in the comment section below. But T-Bone's a good Christian rapper. Disciple, this is a CD that he gave me years ago before he died. He died last year. Pastor Paulie. But this is a good CD. I like this. This is hard rock, Christian hard rock. And they were my discovery of Disciple, honestly. And he gave this to me when it first dropped, I think, or it was like a year after it dropped. This CD came out in 2007, I believe. He gave me this, Skillet, Comatose album, Emery, I'm Only a Man, Grits, which is Christian rap, and Holy Hip Hop, Volume 5, I believe. Yeah, those were the CDs. Disciple, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. I think my mom got that for me years ago. I think it was for Christmas. That, and there was the Southern Hospitality album. I got that too. I'm trying to remember where that album is. I have it somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Lecrae, After the Music Stops. This was his second album. Pretty good song. Riding with my top down. Listen to this Jesus music. Riding with my top down. Listen to this Jesus music. Good song. Him and Trip Lee. Yeah, this is a decent CD if you like Christian rap. Papa San, Victory, Christian Reggae CD. Kiri Kiki Sayard, This Is Me album. This is a Christian R&B artist. This is not bad. I got this from Seth, actually. The copy he gave me, I think that copy got too scratched up, so I had burned it to the computer, and then I burned another copy of it. That's why it looks like that. You know, it's kind of one of those things where, like, you burn a couple of copies of the same disc, so that way, when that one CD gets scratched up of that artist, you don't have to go out and buy another CD. You can get a few burn copies, so that way you're good. You don't have to keep buying the same CD again. It's just ridiculous to do that. Here's another Christian artist. I got Tim McGraw, Emotional Traffic. I bought that from FYE back when it first came out. I'm not a huge country fan, but there's a few country artists that I like. Here's Renaissance. Praise of the Lord God Almighty. This is Christian death metal. Can you believe that? Christian death metal. Yeah, there's actually a couple of Christian death metal bands. And this and Impending Doom, I think, are the only ones that I know of that's Christian. But they're really good. Actually, no, there's one other. They're called Anti-Demon. Yeah, they're a Christian death metal band too, so 3. Here I have Living Sacrifice, Ghost Thief. It's Christian heavy metal, they're pretty good. Here I have The Ambassador, the Chop Chop. Good Christian rap. Here's a CD Seth gave me years ago, my brother's friend, but I adapted him as a friend too. He gave me this KJ52 Skillet and there's one other CD, the Christian rap CD, I forget. There were like 4 of them. I still have this CD all these years. At first when I saw it, it said T movement on it, I thought, but that's actually a cross. It's cross movement. This was the last CD they put out. This is like 2007, 2008. Cross Movement should come back and make another album. It's been too long. They're a good Christian rap group, those guys. Ambassador, Platonic, True Life. I forget the other 2 guys in the group, but there were, well, Dod Truth, I think, was in there, and there was another guy. Here I have Kelly Clarkson, Broadway. This is the CD that has the song Breakaway on it, and Since You've Been Gone. I like those two songs. I like a few Kelly Clarkson songs. She's okay for a pop artist. I'm not blown away by Kelly Clarkson. I know a lot of girls are blown away by Kelly Clarkson. I'm really not. But I like a few of her songs. I think I found this at a Goodwill. I bought a CD, a couple of CDs, and this was in one of the cases when I bought it. And I think I asked them about it. It was like, hey, this is in there, it's loose disc, and they just let me have it, for free. So I walked out of there with 5 or 6 CDs that day for about $12 or $13, I believe, because they wanted like $2 a CD with the case and manual, But that one was just in there, loose, and they were just like, you can have it. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is Nicole C. Mullen. My friend George gave this to me years ago with Toby Mac CD, Dietrich Haddon, and there was like one or two other CDs. I think there was an OC Supertone CD in there, which is Christian rock, and there was another CD in there. I forget what it was, but I still have this. Nicole C. Mullen's pretty cool for R&B and soul artists, Christian artists. This is a mix CD I made years ago. It's a Christian rap CD. Only Christian rap on there. DJ XO. I actually met DJ XO. He's a white guy. He's not a rapper though. He's a DJ. He's a Christian though. And he had a bunch of rappers that were featured on this disc, like Seb Static, Bobby Bishop, DJ Madge was on here, Fourth Avenue Jones, and Lecrae and KD, I believe, and possibly KJ52. Possibly. It's been a while since I listened to this song. But I remember it being a pretty good rap CD. Here I have Red End to Silence. Very good CD. Very good rock CD. Christian rock. Some consider them metal. I don't really. Here's a 1,000 Foot Crutch CD. I think my mom got this for me years ago because she went to the Christian bookstore and there was a CD I wanted. I think it was Disciple, one of the Disciple CDs, or Decipher Down, and she couldn't find it, so I ended up with this. And she said, "Is this an artist that you like?" But she said, "I almost bought you Barlow Girls." And I was like, 1,000 Foot Crutch is pretty cool. I like 1,000 Foot Crutch. Mom was like, "Oh, thank God, I bought the right thing." She said, "What if I had bought Barlow Girls for you?" I said, "I would have been disappointed." She said, "Oh, well, thank God I bought 1,000 Foot Crutch for you instead." Barlow Girls really blows, in my opinion, for Christian rock. They stink. They've only got like 2 good songs: "Never Alone" and "I Need You to Love Me." Those are the only songs I really like by Barlow Girls. Although I could have sworn there was a third one, like "Suddenly" or something. I don't know. I couldn't find the song when I looked it up on YouTube. Here's the OC Supertones rather, not Stones. Chase the Sun album. That's Christian punk. Here's Hawk Nelson, which I saw recently that they're no longer a Christian band, which is devastating. But yes, it is what it is, But there's an old CD of theirs. I got this at a Goodwill years ago for $2. Letters to the President. This came out 2004. Yeah, 2004. I actually think I remember what the other CDs were. It was a DMX CD, an Eminem CD, Hawk Nelson, Reliant K, and there was another CD. It was a Hatebreed CD, yeah. And the Kelly Clarkson CD. Skillet Awake album. very good. Had the Skillet Rise album as well. Had Comatose, but I don't know where it's at. Uh, I don't know. I forget. I have no idea. Here's MXPX. It's Christian punk. There's another MXPX. I actually think I got both of these at a Goodwill, but not on the same day. It was a different day. What's sad is in my area, all the Goodwills have shut down. They're all gone. There was like one left, and I looked it up recently because I was thinking about going there again. They shut it down, so no more DVDs or CDs or video games from them. The only place I know that I can get CDs from is eBay, Amazon, or Barnes & Noble. Walmart has some, but it's a piss poor selection. It sucks. It's like 1 or 2 rows, and they're really small. They don't have as much CDs anymore. But if I want video games, I want to buy retro video games, then that's even worse. It's either eBay, DK Oldies, Amazon, excuse me. Or if I don't want to use the internet, we have Pastime Legends, Mr. Deals, Vortex Video Games, or J Street Video Games. That's it. There's GameStop, but I don't count them because they're not a retro game store. The movies, Mr. Deals, and FYE has some DVDs, or eBay. Traditional Christmas. Holiday Magic. These 2 CDs I found one day. Had them in my collection. I didn't pay anything for them. They were free because I found a bunch of CDs out in the trash one day and picked out the ones I wanted and put the rest back in the bag and threw it in the trash can there. That's the thing. Sometimes you find people throwing away CDs or records or some good shit in the trash. It's like, why? You can take it to Last Vestige or sell it on eBay and make some money, man. I don't know why they do that, but they do it. They do it anyways. Ludacris Chicken and Beer album, one of the only secular rap CDs I have. I mean, I showed a couple of mix and burn CDs that had rap on it, but this is like the only one I think I have. Oh, here's the Relient K CDs, yes. Relient K. This is the Anatomy of Tongue in Cheek album. And then I have, we'll call it or Yum, whatever you want to call it. This is a good CD by them. I actually forgot I had that one. And then the 2 lefts don't make a right, but 3 do. I got all those at Goodwill for $2. $6. Here's one I got years ago from Mom. Tim McGraw's Southern Voice. I've had this for like 15 years now. I got this back in like 2008 or something for my birthday. Yep, 2008, I think. I think that's the year this album came out, or 2009, one of those years. Music Soul Child. Kirk Franklin, The Fight of My Life. Before my ex-best friend Mike, his mom, before she passed away, she let me borrow her Kirk Franklin, The Fight of My Life CD and let me burn a copy of it, so I had it in my collection. I really am not a big fan of Kirk Franklin, not a fan of gospel music too much, but this was probably his best CD, honestly. That other album, The Revolution, the song, Do You Want a Revolution? Whoa, whoa, do you want a revolution? Whoa, whoa, do you want a revolution? Whoa, whoa. That was a good song. That's not on that CD though. But yeah, it does hurt that I'm not a big fan of Kurt Franklin. And no, I don't consider him rap. I consider him gospel. Daughtry, Break the Spell, another Christian rock CD. A lot of people didn't know that Daughtry is actually a Christian band. The singer is very much so a Christian. So that's something you probably didn't know, but he is. Oh, here's the other CD George gave me. BB Winans. That was the other one. This is a decent R&B and soul CD. It's Christian. Oh, I'm just gonna show all these. I got all these Emery CDs here. Right there. All four of them. This one I got for nothing because Pastor Paulie passed it on to me years ago. That one, I'm Only a Man. I have the We Do What We Want, I'm Only a Man, The Week's End, and While Broken Hearts Prevail. I paid full price for We Do What We Want. I'm Only a Man I got for free. Emery, The Week's End, I actually found it at a pawn shop, and the guy let me have it, honestly. I was going to give him a couple of dollars for it. And then he just said, nah, you can have it. I'm like, really? He said, yeah, man, because you've been coming in here all the time buying games and stuff, I'll let you have it. I was like, really? And he said, yeah, and you can pick out one free game. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I think that day I picked out a free Xbox game, and I got the CD for free. It's his way of saying thank you. Jimmy. That was his name, Jimmy. So thank you to Jimmy. Sadly, we only have one pawn shop that's still operating. We had like three that were in the same area, and only one of them is still around. Cash Advance. All the other ones shut down. It's very unfortunate. Here I got POD, the Greatest Hits album. R&B and rap. It's a mixed CD. It's more R&B than rap though. There's only a couple of rap songs on it. I would probably, if I was to get rid of this CD, I'd probably burn another R&B and rap and actually put more rap on there. Because there's only like 3 rap songs off the CD. POD Satellite. You can see I'm a big fan of POD. POD The Warriors EP Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1. I got the first, or second one, I mean. POD When Strangers and Serpents Dance. I remember when this album first came out, I bought it a few days after it came out. I've had it ever since. The Fundamentals of Southtown, POD. And I could have sworn I had another POD CD. I had Testify. I'm not sure where that one is. I got Linkin Park. So we do have some secular music here. Hybrid Theory. I also do have their Meteora album in here. Seventh Day Slumber, Christian rock CD. I got this for like $1. It was a thrift store that had a bunch of stuff in there. Clothes, music CDs, video games, and all sorts of stuff. Here's another 1,000 Foot Crutch CD. Here's my second copy of Gospel Gangsters. I can see clearly now. It's a Christian rap CD. Here's a mix CD. It's got some Eminem, Drowning Pool, Josh Groban, Hillary Duff, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Wu-Tang Clan. And I think there's also some Journey on here as well. Faith Hill. Red Hot Chili Peppers' Greatest Hits album. I actually remember how I got this CD. I borrowed a copy from the library, and I liked it so much I burned a copy of it. So that's how I got this. I paid shit for it, just burned it. Faith Hill. That's her Cry album. I have Cry, I got It Matters to Me, and There You'll Be. It looks like there's a CD underneath it. Got Aerosmith, Get a Grip. I want to put that over here and put that with the rest of the stuff. Here's another mixed CD, some rap and some rock on there. It's got J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Jedi Mind Tricks, 50 Cent, Cassidy, Thursday, Disturbed, Tupac that is, Moral Technique, and Rage Against the Machine on there. And it's got Taylor Swift. Here's a Christian rock CD. I've made 3 of those. I have that. They're all Christian songs on here. The third one here, they're all Christian songs on here except for the Agony Scene. When I had burned this CD, I thought the Agony Scene was a Christian metal band, but apparently they're not. You know, I thought they were, but other than that, the rest of the CD is Christian. You get songs by Forever at Last, War of Ages, As Hell Retreats, For Today, Memphis Mayfire, Pax 217, Flyleaf, Hope for the Dying, Zayo, and With Blood Comes Cleansing. Here's the first one, and this one has Haste the Day, There Will Be Violence by, I'm not going to read the name of the song, Impending Doom, Letter Black, Falling Up, Wolves at the Gate, In the Midst of Lions, Saving Grace, Gwen Stacy, Jars of Clay, Onward to Olympus, Project 86, As They Sleep and Fit for a King, and The Letter Black on this CD. They're all Christian artists. This one's kind of hard to see because it's in black, but I wrote it on there. It's Holy Hip Hop, Volume 1. I got Volume 1 and Volume 5. I think they made 6 or 7 of those. And they just put Holy Hip Hop, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. Out of Eden, this is another one that Pastor Paul again years ago. I have that. It's Christian R&B. It's pretty good. This is the As They Sleep album. I love this album. Very good album. There's another album they released. They only made like 3 albums. They should come back and make some more CDs. I miss As They Sleep. They're really good. Christian heavy metal, you know. Gwen Stefani. I like a couple of songs on here. Not a huge fan of it. My brother let me borrow this CD. Well, the official CD, and burned a copy. It has this song. If I was a rich girl. Na 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 na. See, I'd have all the money in the world if I was a wealthy girl. And that other song that goes, few times I went around that track and scored up in like that, and ain't no holla back girl, ain't no holla back girl, or something like that. Or go and holla back girl, go and holla back girl. That song, not bad. Destiny Child, or Destiny's Child, I mean, with the S on it. This is just a random CD I found. It's got some rap and some reggae on it. Journey Greatest Hits. My brother's got the CD. I burned a copy. I like some Journey. Don't stop believing. Hawthorne Heights, Fragile Future. Not as good as the Silence in Black and White album. I gotta say that much. That album was way better than the Fragile Future album. That one was more metal. This one was more like punk, you know, like soft alternative rock. Wasn't as good. Alicia Keys. Oh, I got the CD upside down. There you go. You can tell it's Alicia Keys with the keys on the front of the CD. Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. And all the girls don't know how to act. Future, sex, love, sounds. Future, sex, love, sounds. I got sexy ladies, oh, wouldn't you know? I'm talking about the greatest, oh, wouldn't you know? Sierra, Goodies album, very good CD. I like Sierra, R&B music. I know that those aren't Christian CDs, none of those I just showed, but they're pretty good. I got the Aerosmith CDs right here. That's also Sierra. I bought that when it first came out, Basic Instinct. That came out 2010. Damn! I've had that CD for 15 years now. There's the 2 Thursday albums I have right here. I might have a third one. I know he used to have War All the Time. That's a really good one with the song For the Workforce Drowning. I love that song. I got that on a copy disc. I don't have that album anymore. The album got too scratched up. I got Goldfinger, Stomping Grounds. I probably didn't show that good enough. There we go. Taylor Swift, Fearless, not bad. Incubus, Fungus Among Us, not my favorite Incubus album. I think Make Yourself, and the other one that has the song Drive and Privilege on it, that one's a way better. And Nowhere Fast, that one's real good. I also have, it's called Make Yourself, that's the album, yeah. I had the official CD of this, but it got too scratched up, so it's a good thing I had a copy of it made, so I didn't lose the music. And they also have their Light Grenades album. I used to have their Science album and that album that had Crow on it. Not to be confused with Brandon Lee, but it had an actual bird on the front of the cover. Don't have that one anymore. And I think they made 1 or 2 other albums, maybe 3 albums besides that. Rage Against the Machine, Battle of Los Angeles, one of the best hard rock / rap albums of all time. Great CD. I love Rage Against the Machine. They kick ass. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, clean version. That's the clean version. Papa Roach, Infest, or Insect. Nope, it's called Infest, sorry. Fireflight, Unbreakable, on a copy. I could have sworn I had this officially. I don't know what happened to it, but I got a copy of it at least. Rise Against. And it looks like I also have underneath it Papa Roach Metamorphosis album with the song Lifeline on it, which is really good. And that song, I almost told you that I loved you. Thank God I didn't, cause it wouldn't have been right. I say the damnedest things when you're on top of me. I almost told you that I loved you. I don't remember what this CD is. I've had this for a long time. Might be Destiny's Child, but I'm not entirely sure. Lost Prophets. I got this at Goodwill years ago. $2. Not bad. There was a non-point CD at Goodwill that I found one time too. Statement. I snagged that too. I think that was on the same day. It was more than one time that I went there and got CDs. It was a couple of times I found at Goodwill. Because when I went to Goodwill, I wasn't really looking for clothes, because the clothes are shitty. Plus, they weren't big and tall, so I was looking for CDs, games, comic books, and movies. That's what I was looking for, and I found them. Almost every time I went there, I found something. There was a few times I walked out with nothing, but a lot of times I found some good stuff for dirt cheap. Substatic, Soul Burn album, very good album. I met Substatic in person. He's a nice guy, real down to earth. He prayed for me too. He's a Christian rapper. He's Caucasian, and he's really cool. He's in his early 40s, and he's still making music to this day. But he's underrated. Nobody's really talking about him because he's a Christian rapper. But he's definitely worth checking out because he's actually good at rapping. He's got skills. And he's no little Xan, so that's good. Linkin Park, Meteora. And then I have DMX, The Definition of X, clean version. have Third Roots. That's a Christian rock band. And somewhere around my room, I have Selena, the Dreaming of You album. I have Red, Innocence and Instincts, and I have their A Beauty and Rage and Release the Panic album. And I think I have Creed, My Own Prison somewhere. I'm not sure where that album is, but I have that somewhere. 3 Days Grace, 1X album, and I think 1 or 2 Aerosmith albums that are scattered through my room somewhere. And that's basically it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my other videos. And if you really enjoy my videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel here. Subscribe. And be a part of what I got going on here with the videos here. I do lots of gaming videos. I branch out a little bit with music videos like this. And I do gameplay videos, religion videos, and I also do movie reviews and topic discussions about movie artists such as Steven Seagal and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll consider subscribing. Take care, God bless. Peace. Larry the Batman fan signed off.